So, Houston CollectCon, run the tape.
What can I get for you?
Yeah, can I get a large iced coffee with light ice and one cream, please? I feel like most of my videos now start off with me going down this escalator like every other vlog I've done. Here we are, Detroit Airport, about 6 a.m. in the Eastern Standard Time, way too damn early for me to be here. My ass is not walking down this escalator to go any faster. Shout out to Gem Mint Collectors for letting us stay here. Dude's a legend. Haven't decided which room to pick yet. Damn, I look good. Sheesh. Beard's looking right. Yeah, this place is pretty damn nice, man. You're too generous. Shout out to these guys. Nick and Eris. Gotta go upstairs. Gotta get the grand tour. In case you're wanting to rent a place in Houston, this is available. Bam! The Joshua Cellars wine. Sheesh. That's definitely Zach's room, the smallest bed. Yep, that one's mine. Appreciate you again, dude. Shout out Gem Mint Collectors on Instagram for putting me up in this room. Very awesome. Very nice. Too generous. Appreciate you, dude.
When Zach, neither do I. When Zach gets here, I'll let him do it.
Zach who?
Zach. With the bit. He's been doing like making. Yeah.
I don't think he's coming.
He's coming. He's him and Yummy.
He just told me he wasn't coming.
When?
Wasn't going to be here.
I think Shiv wants to mic me.
All right, well.
Probably just trolling you.
Wait, Chuck.
All right.
The sharp edge.
SB gave me this box to show me, and I took it upon myself to open it. So
Wow, thanks, Tom.
he told me I better.
I hand him a box. It's busted before I can even look to my right.
I thought it was a gift. I'm used to getting free stuff.
All right, it's free.
I'm used to getting
Please
free
don't pull the
stuff.
Charizard. Please, we need it for someone else.
Wait, do I have two?
What? It's 10 packs.
Oh, it's 10
Bust
packs.
them. Let's go.
I didn't even know they're sealed
Oh,
packs.
I didn't realize it was 10 packs.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, I'll take that. That's going in the case. All right, we'll take that. I actually needed that card because I don't have an open
Yeah,
one. All right, we like that. First edition, 10s, we'll take them.
Oh, we got a pristine here, Chomo.
Oh, it's a Charzy.
Looks like an old one.
Oh, wow.
Bang,
Oh, yeah.
bang.
Series.
Not bad for free. How much
Yeah.
are these usually?
30 to 35 a pack.
35 for 10 slabs.
No, 30 to 35 a pack. So
Oh,
each box,
oh, okay.
300 to 350 a box.
Okay. Oh, I thought I was opening up one mystery box. That's why I opened it. I didn't realize I was opening up a whole pack. When I opened it up and there was 10, I was like, I thought it was supposed to be one. All right, we'll take this.
Oh yeah.
Pristine Zardy boy. All right.
All right, now I do feel a little bad, but you're rich enough to
We
have a
got
friend.
WB Gold Star.
Holy shit, we got a shiv.
There you go.
And then what's in the last pack?
Last pack.
First Ed Growlithe. That's first Ed base.
It is not a Collecticon without going to the Pokemon Network's booth. Absolute insanity every time. So this here is a 25th anniversary creature deck. Awesome, awesome cards. If you don't know what they are, check them out. There's awesome YouTube videos done by Swolepoke on it. The number of boxes here is absurd. Like, it's absolutely a museum every single time we're here. He actually ended up selling that $100,000 sealed case of unlimited booster boxes there. Awesome, awesome stuff. Ken Lee, shout out to the dude. He's a legend. Absolute insane booth. Every single Collecticon. Love to always come through here. Check it out. One day I'll be opening some sick packs, but right now, it ain't my thing. I would love to gamble on some unweighed expedition or something like that, but it's not gonna happen for a while. I'm all set. I am here, Collecticon in Houston. This place is insane. Look at this. Absolutely insane. There's so much shit around here right now. Just saw this out of the corner of my eye.
Look at that. They letting y'all in waves or something?
It's booming.
It's crazy.
Alright, gonna do a little bit more walking around, checking out some different booths. Here's the Magic the Gathering booth. Not a whole lot of Magic in general. Like, probably one of the lowest TCGs. I might have saw more MetaZoo here than Magic the Gathering. Absolutely love some of these posters. Some of these were signed. Really cool. They definitely put a lot of time into these. Shout out to Jelly Roll. Just won New Artist of the Year at 39 years old. Don't give up on your dreams, people. Love Smeagol there. Awesome stuff. Very cool. There's Gem and Collector's booth over there. We'll catch up with them, I believe, later in this vlog. But Core TCG, no, this is Meta TCG. Meta TCG has tons of freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! The entire booth, all raw cards too. The crappy part about it is none of them are in binders. I'm not going to ask them to go through every single card one by one. It just doesn't feel good. I would like to, well, I guess there is some graded cards. I lied. Old school stuff, super expensive, almost too expensive. Not even worth throwing an offer at some of that stuff. That I don't know how legit that plush was. He looked a little special, but Lord Rush Collectibles, shout out to Ryan, Zion, awesome. I had my backpack with me the entire time. Absolutely love my freaking Zion backpack. It is the best thing. Best investment I've ever made. I thoroughly enjoy it. We're back to the homies group. There's Ponga standing there. Dan sitting on the floor. We got Shiny Collectibles, Ray right there. So let's take a look at some of their booths. I probably made my rounds around here a few times. I had bought a few cards from their sections. There was a couple Zapdos cards I picked up at some point, which was pretty awesome. When you get a chance to get out to one of these Collecticons, go to their section. They're awesome. Tons of different stuff. Vintage cards, modern cards, all graded, primarily some raw stuff, but let's take a look at Catch 'em All Collectibles booth.
Forward to that
There
vlog.
is so much plastic on top of that Dragonite. God damn. What's your favorite part about Collecticon, Daniel?
Cash sales.
Cash sales?
Yep.
Well said.
The people. The people.
That's it.
Come on.
I'll go F myself.
It's the people. I can make sales every day.
You ever do any local shows? Like,
I haven't yet, but I want to.
are they local or are they like hour?
There's some under an hour. Probably 40 minutes to the closest, Syracuse.
Yeah. I know Dave and Adams in Buffalo, they do card
It's
shows.
like 3.5 hours.
Is that 3? That's fine.
New York's big, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 4.5 hours from the city, and I'm 3.5 from Buffalo.
This section right here was pretty interesting. This was very strange. It was literally right there. It says at Carnival. It was like a punch bag that you grab things out of. You grab things out of those holes there. You do a Plinko. Kids were eating this stuff up. Let's just make gambling a thing, and let's get the kids here. I guess that's what carnivals are. But it was pretty cool. There was a bunch of random freaking things. Spin the wheel. Like, I almost wanted to play it. I probably should have. I feel like I was feeling lucky that day. I probably would have won something. Very cool though. It's not just kids, as you can see. There's some grown adult children here walking around looking at some of this stuff. Before going to grab lunch, I went next door, and it was essentially rugby in wheelchairs. Every sport you could think of is being played in wheelchairs, basketball, soccer. It was awesome. Watching this was insane. Literally just like actual bumper cars smashing up on each other, throwing the rugby ball, chasing as fast as you can. This was so cool to see. It was amazing. Now, let's get into some lunch, shall we?
Hit to the backfield as the pistol.
To give you guys a little context, I'm in Texas, a must-win Texas game. The 5 fans here watching the game. I was hoping I'd get to see them lose and watch this dude right here cry, but yeah, I guess you just watched the tape.
Backs up into the shotgun. Empty backfield. Howard looking.
Just went on a 1-hour adventure to find food. That sucked massive balls. Walked into the restaurant attached to the convention. About an hour and 30-minute wait for one person. So I walked my fat booty to a Pizza Hut. Got that because I never usually can get it when my wife is around. She's not a Pizza Hut fan, so I took advantage. Walked about 10 minutes to go get it. That is commitment. 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. Not a whole lot of food going on around here, though. It is not good. Hell of a show so far. It is now about 4 p.m. on Saturday, so 2 hours left in the show. Hoping to walk around like the outside of the con area now. Like this, I'll show you. I'm in like the concourse area. I'm hoping to walk around here and see if people are selling raw cards. So that's kind of the goal here now. The place absolutely filled the F up. Heard somebody say they were at capacity, basically. They sold out. It was crazy. It started off nice. I was able to walk around really good. I think I got some video like that walking around actually, but it got insane. Like, I could barely walk around. It was a smaller venue, but the place was popping, dude. Shout out to the audio guys because they fixed it. Very good. The audio, like, it doesn't sound like they're playing on a 2007 blown out speaker with an old amp. Like, it sounded legit. So that was very cool. So yeah, looking forward to recapping some of the buys. Bought a bunch of stuff, some cool stuff. Maybe a Zapdos or 2 or 3, but also a bunch of good cards I'm going to grade. So yeah, stay tuned. Had to start recording because this hat is freaking dope. I don't know, something about it is pretty cool. All this section right here is just like handmade wooden stuff. Very cool. It was like the art section. It was awesome. This stuff here, 3D printed like magnets, keychains. You know that I bought a Zapdos themed keychain right there. Ended up buying that one. Very cool. Bought a magnet for Ray Shiny Cards Collectibles with a Gengar on it from this section. This was pretty cool stuff. It was nothing playable, just 3D printed with stickers on it. Pretty cool.
What's going on, everybody? I'm back. Day 2 at Collecticon. Let's take a look. Show is just starting. Best time to be here, to be honest. It's when everything, like the tables are empty, the walkways are nice and empty. Getting here 3 hours after show starts, not recommended. So I'll definitely recommend coming earlier to get in and beat the crowd. If you get VIP, that's huge. You get so much extra time while it's empty. It's nice. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Let's find some deals today. And then we'll recap at the end of this all the pickups and stuff. So that'll be dope.
Bittersweet to be here on Sunday morning, but man, it is awesome when it's empty. Let me tell you, it gives me so much more time to look into stuff and zoom in and look at different things. It's amazing. Like the number of people that show up later is tough. Bunch of cool stuff, man. Awesome. It's literally like a museum, some of this stuff. It's crazy. Just to mention it, like if you haven't been to the National Sports Card Convention, that's not this show, but that is going to be in Cleveland next year, and would love to see you guys show up. I'm about 2.5 hours away. I'll be there. It's insane. The amount of stuff there is crazy. So just going through here a little bit, saw this binder. This dude was smoking the finest dust. Like some of these prices, $50, $55 for a base unlimited Zapdos. You can shove that straight up. Sorry, I had to dial it back a little bit. I was getting too excited. Yeah, this binder is insane though. Very cool. It is like the only vintage binder, like insane amount of stuff in this binder, but the prices were in Mars, like inside of Mars's core. It was not anything that I could touch. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll talk to you later. Not my bag. Actually a bag. So let's waddle over here a little bit. This is where we're gonna look at possibly one of the cards I end up purchasing.
Pretty good, man. You having fun?
I'm having a blast, man.
That's good. What conditions Shadowless Charizard in?
I put it like, well, everyone has different eyes, but I saw it like light play minus.
Okay.
Big shout out to Gem Mint Pokemon and Nick Gem Mint Collectors. You guys are all awesome people. So Gem Mint Collectors is the one who had put me and Gem Mint Pokemon up in his condo. Can't say enough kind words for the gentleman. Awesome dude. Awesome. Recommend his Instagram is linked down below in the description. His most recent content was, I believe, on Pokeflips. He was on there month and a half ago. Go check it out. Awesome dude. That was cool. So getting to hang out with Gem Mint a little bit. Both Gem Mints. One's Gem Mint Pokemon. The other one's Gem Mint Collectors. There was a little bit of battle there. Who knows? But it was really cool to get to hang out with them a little bit more. Very cool. Got some really good Mexican food Friday night and Saturday night. Cannot complain about that. The Mexican food here in Michigan is mids at best. There's a couple good places, but it is nothing like the
fantastic cuisine I was eating down there. Also got to meet Meta Kai. Meta Kai is a MetaZoo player. He had been working with Gem Mint for the prior week, so he was tagging along, hanging out. Was very cool. Got to meet a whole bunch of people. So Friday was the day I arrived. Was kind of just chilling, hanging out in the condo at the airport for a little while. And that evening, got to go to the bars, which was good. Got to go hang out with all the homies in the Discord. Shout out all those guys. Too many names to say, but you guys know who you are. Awesome seeing you guys every time. The ones that do show and go there, very cool. Absolutely love hanging out. And then similar thing happened on Saturday night was the trade night. So we'll jump right into that. So the trade night was in this hotel. The hotel, I think the recommended hotel for the entire convention. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff at these trade nights. The amount of people showing up at these is awesome. I want to say Charlotte was probably a similar size. Maybe it was a little more chaotic in Charlotte. The temperature in the room in Charlotte was dog shit. This was pretty nice. The temperature, everything, the atmosphere, all the people. There was no like commotions. A few broken glasses here or there because people were drinking too much, not paying attention. But a lot of solid things going down. A lot of trades, a lot of deals. Like there was a lot of people wheeling and dealing. A lot of people take advantage of these trade nights. Whereas like 25% of the people are just there to chill, hang out, drink a couple beers, talk to the buddies. That's basically in the mode I'm in. I do look through some binders. I bought a few things, which was cool. Got to open you probably saw it in the video, the Omega pack, the mystery pack. Chum-Li opened. I got to open one of those, pulled, I don't even know, some CGC 10, and I gave it away. It wasn't nothing awesome. So, very cool trade night. Very cool. That night, before the trade night, the Mexican food put me in a food coma. I was ready to sleep. Shout out again for Nick. Great restaurant. Great restaurant. So that was cool. Got to meet some more of the people that work at Heritage. This was on Friday night at the restaurant. Very cool guys. Very cool. Jesus and a couple other video game guy, or at least one of them was the video game guy. Jesus was like the director for TCG, not director, but in sales essentially. Very, very nice gentleman. Would deal with him ideally if I ever consign something through Heritage. Very nice to work with. He had been there, I guess, a long time. He's been there a while, so that was cool. Yeah, just like meeting a bunch of new people. Got to meet a few people like I was walking around. One of the cards I purchased was from a viewer of the channel, which was pretty cool. We walked up and he's like, "Hey, big fan." I'm like, "That's dope." Like, it happened a few times. It's usually like once or twice at these conventions now. It's not a bajillion times. It's probably more when I'm at a booth. For whatever reason, people come find me. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. It's cool. Got stopped another time. A guy had stopped me. He's like, "Hey, Shiz," and I turned around. Never met him before. Very cool. Appreciate the love and hanging out and talking to you guys. I do appreciate. It's one of the main reasons I like going to these. Like meeting all the people out there. I've been working on my way to 700 videos on this channel, which is absurd. But it's cool. It's cool to have all this vlogged memories in my life, which is crazy to have. Even looking back, like 3 years in the channel is crazy to me, dude. So I thoroughly enjoy it. Meeting all these different people. It's fabulous. The Collecticon was insane. It was insane. The audio was fantastic. S tier compared to any other Collecticon I've been to. Hopefully Aoki is either selling them his stuff or he's going to be at every single one. I feel like we're going to get a lot more Aoki because he owns the music grading company and they were present with a pretty large booth. It looked kind of empty. I would have liked to have seen Aoki in his booth a little bit. It would have probably got a little bit more pull. But I've been wanting to grade some CDs. I've been talking about it for probably 2 years. I just need to get off my ass and do it. There's CDs I would love to have encapsulated sitting behind me or something. So that's in the cards. It's in the albums. So Aoki was good. The place was freaking insanely packed, like absurd, like insane. Like Long Beach is the only other comparable one I have, like sardines. When it first opened, it's never bad. I think doors open, VIPs at 9, maybe? Yeah, 9. So 8 a.m. for vendors, 9 a.m. for VIPs, 10 a.m. for Gen Ed, or General Admission, Gen Ad. So those people get to get in at 10. And then probably by 1 o'clock, it was a freaking monsoon of people. It was time for me to get the F out of that building. It was insane. I was like, I cannot enjoy myself. I don't want to wait 10 minutes to get to a freaking booth. I don't want to walk through these sea of people just elbowing old ladies in the mouth and shit. It's not great. One of these times I'm going to get arrested. It is what it is. So I definitely went out, sat in like the front area, like where the con is not, like in front of there was not a yarn convention, it was a quilt convention right next door. So I went and sat in front of that. It was dead. It was nice. It was pretty chill. So I was chilling out there for probably about an hour and a half, went and got some lunch. By the time I got back, it was died down quite a bit. It was like 3:30 at this time, so I kind of missed the Aoki situation, which wasn't great. But I heard Heritage Auctions had like things falling over in their booth. Like the base was going, so which is pretty cool. I wish I would have been there for it. Didn't get to see it Sunday either, but I could tell from the audio from the earlier presenters in the day, S tier quality. But yeah, the place was banging. I had mentioned it on the Slab podcast. One of the weirdest things is like the ever growing, like high end collectors that are getting booths. They're setting up all their expensive slabs in these booths, booster boxes, and like a brick of money next to them, and they're there for a trade day essentially. But they're operating as a business. Like, it's kind of like what I do, but I quit bringing the high-end stuff because it doesn't move too frequently. So I wonder if they're on, like, a path, or maybe they're finding enough success, which would be interesting now. Maybe I try that one time. Maybe I just bring some of the big dog shit and just leave back some of the other things and see how that goes, because that'd be interesting. But it seems like they're having some successes. I've seen a few of these booths grow from 1 table to 3 tables to 4 tables, like to half sections. Giant balloon assortments above them. Grogu cards, shout out to that guy. That guy's booth has grown. I remember when he was just walking around in Long Beach, he didn't even have a booth. Yeah, it's crazy to see that type of stuff growing. The number of people, I mentioned it again on the podcast, people with high-end cards is growing vastly. Like, the first CollectCon I vended, Baby Self Me, like the first ever CollectCon in Dallas or something, right after COVID. I think I saw 1 PSA 10 in that bitch. Swear to God. Gem and Pokemon that was there set up. Old school Pokemon was there set up. They might have had a couple PSA 10s in there. I feel like they're pretty much liquidating 9s though. Most of it. You can correct me down below if you listen to this, but I swear to God, I saw 1 Gold Star Kyogre 10, and like the number of Japanese cards there was like almost 0, I swear. Things have changed significantly. They've come a long way in 3 years. Like it's crazy. I need to look back at my vlog, because I think I've vlogged some version of some of this. I need to go look back now and kind of look and see like some of the vendor booths, because I swear to God, they are ever evolving, and it's cool to see all these different things and all this different stuff. And I absolutely love the binders that have the top loaders. Like, it's amazing. I know they're like better cards. Like, I don't like 3-ring binders. Usually when I see those, it's a little sketch. I had bought, I think, a couple of cards off this girl who I don't think graded cards. She might have just been there selling her boyfriend's cards. I don't know. She didn't seem like she knew a lot, but I love those things. I love finding the tables where they're not grading cards and they're just selling raw, which is why I really want to start going to more local shows, because there's a lot of those people that don't grade cards and they just sell raw shit. So that's going to be happening. So let me know if you have any questions down below about CollectCon. I read every comment. I can respond to you. If you have any questions, But let's jump into all the bangers I purchased and talk about some of the prices. Up first is a no rarity Raichu in a 2. So I have been assembling this set because I'd like to have it, and it's cheap as balls. So basically I have these. These are all from older purchases, just no rarity, really rough grades. 5's not bad compared to a 2, but just a bunch of no rarity cards that I'm going to crack out eventually and put into a binder. Because I can. It'd be cool to have the first ever set. Like, all of these cards are averaging, like, at $100, I'd say. With the Blastoise included. This Raichu was $70. Finding a first edition base set Raichu for $70 and like a PSA 2 is not going to happen, I don't think. Most of the like you're talking probably 150 is the floor all day. I would buy it for 150 to put into a binder. So it is damaged, but it'll be cool to have the full set in the binder whatever in 2024 because it won't be this year. Shout out Jake Smith, Minty Mountain. Had purchased this polymerization from him in a PSA Near Mint 8. Not a 9, not a 10. I saw one other table with Bandai cards. Really, I think that was it. Love this freaking card, though. Don't remember the price, to be honest. I'm shooting a guess around 50, but it might have been 40, might have been 60. I don't remember. And the homie hooked it up. He let me pick between this card and another one just to grab a freebie. Awesome, dude. Appreciate you. Very cool card. My first Bandai Exodia piece, technically. I got a decent amount. I probably have like 40 graded Bandai cards, but I didn't have an Exodia piece yet. So, last graded card was actually for the personal collection. I didn't have this card. So, PSA 10, Zapdos, red and green gift set. This card has been elusive. Every card listed for sale is still now $1,300 plus. Population around 80 cards, I think. So, it's not low pop by any means, but it's an awesome card. It's the same as the vending series art. This was a clean 10. I made sure to investigate that because you never know. But this card, I believe he had listed at $850, and I got it down to $725. I believe it was $725. So I was happy. I never go into these shows thinking I'm going to buy something for the PC. And it's tough because there's always something that frickin' pops up. Like, I did not expect to see one of these. I have, like, almost every, like, vintage Zapdos in a 10. Literally now, I can't think of one besides the TMB phone card. So, yeah. I saw that card there, too, in a PSA 9 and a 10. But you're talking $7,000 or, like, $15,000, depending on how much money you want to spend. Moving on to the raw cards. I bought, this is like 70% Pokemon cards here. This was early purchased. Early. Yeah. Nice. Cannot complain about this. This was, I believe, $40. I bought it originally for a binder, but it might be clean enough to get it as a 10. I don't have this card in a 10 yet. The modern cards, usually I'll grade myself nowadays, or if I see a cheap CGC 10 pristine, I'll buy it. Because it's tough to get a pristine, and this one might not get a pristine. So, but it probably will go to CGC. Dragonite V, this was, I don't even know, $50, $60, I don't even remember. But it was minty, so the plan is to get a 10. Mew EX. The print quality on these is not great from the set. And this one, these were pretty clean. So, took it. I was like, this is going to get a gem. I know it's going to sell for at least $50, I would hope, in a gem at 10. Similar case here. These are not the best print quality. I believe this is Lost Origin. Not great, generally. But this one was really clean. Picked it up. I believe this was like $4 too. It's pretty. I thought it was a really good deal. Japanese Zapdos V. Wasn't in the market for this, but there was a solid price. I think they sold it to me for $40. Minty. Going to CGC probably. I have that in a pristine 10 in English, but don't have the Japanese one. Mew. So this this was a card I did not expect to find in like mint condition at all. But there it was. This was the one in that girl's binder. She was selling this. I feel like it was a boyfriend's card or something. I don't even know. But it is minty. So it got me really excited to look through the entire binder and hope to find a bunch of like Japanese cards in mint condition. But this was the only one. So I was kind of sad. But I got one at least. Absolutely love this freaking Charizard. I will buy these to the day I die, especially in Japanese, like auto 10s. They're probably not that expensive. In a PSA 10, I would guess $40. $40, but they're freaking beautiful. Same with these, $4. What's the English one? $25 right now? $4 for this? $4 for this, or whatever it was. Bought this for my friend as a gift. Pot of Greed Ultimate Rare. This was $50. This card's a freaking boss. Look at that texturing. Bought a Lila and a Breaker the Magical Warrior from one guy. So, massive cards. Both see so much play. This Breaker's mint except for like a corner ding. It's got like a soft corner on it. Bought both of these for $70. That's for both of them are first ed too. That was a steal. The guy didn't know what Yu-Gi-Oh was. I would say both of these are $70 a piece. Probably. Goyo Guardian. This was minty. Bought it Ultimate Rare. Just looks dope. Heavily, very played in Edison format. This effing card. This card's $4. This was probably the most excited I was for a purchase while I was there. I've been wanting this card in a PSA 10 since I started grading cards. And I think I might have found one. Or a CGC 10. I don't care. But the centering on these from this pack is dog crap. I think there's 3 PSA 10s of this. This was one of the most played cards in the era this card came out. 3 of in every deck. Every effing deck. I have a 9. I bought it for $30, but a PSA 10 I offered $700 and the dude wouldn't sell it. A 9, again, was $30. So I'm hoping I just found a 10. That would be insane. Pot of Duality. This card is a freaking beast. Like, you'd get one of these out of every, I don't even know how many boxes. I think there was 8 Secret Rares when this came out in the box, but this thing was minty as well. Always looking for really cool, really super played cards back in the day to grade. This one might get a 9, but still a really cool card. Love Pot of Duality. And last but not least, we had to pick a vintage card. This was the first purchase from Sunday. And I think the last. I think I just kind of blew the load and I was done. I was like, all right, now I'm chilling. Made a big buy. So, the goal is kind of to go there and make some money. That's the hopes with this one. The dude had it listed at $1,600. $1,600. That's a lot of effing money. $1,600, that's like PSA 8 price plus. So, did not even start close to that. My first offer was $900. I believe my first offer was $900. And he said, and he actually, I thought for sure, like offering half the listed price almost, I thought for sure this dude was going to be like, nah, no effing way. This is the price. This is the card. This is what you're getting. And he thought about it. I'm like, all right, dude, I got fish on right now. I need to lock this in. So ended up closing at $900. He offered, countered like $1,100. We went back and forth a little bit. I was like, man, I got all the risk. I do have all the risk. So in a PSA 7, I break even basically. A PSA 7 or a PSA or probably a BGS 7, I break even because I got it for $900. The card is pretty clean.
It does have some like surface scratches, like where you can see the hollow foil through the card. The actual hollow foil is not bad. Like a few scratches right there coming out of his mouth, but like it's not bad. That's like a CGC 12. But some of the surface, you could see it in the text. It's kind of shining through. Not ideal. It's like somebody hit it with a sandblaster for like 2 seconds. And then the back, this is what sold it on me. Like, no dings or anything, but the corners and the edges are all solid. Like, my hope, long shot, 8.5, long shot. I'd say guaranteed BGS 7.75-ish, but I'm hoping to squeeze out an 8 or an 8.5, make whatever, $1,400-$1,500 is kind of the goal. I think it's possible with these subgrades. So, might probably do a separate video, sending it out, giving it my subgrades, and seeing what we get. But I swear the one I sent to CGC the one time and I got a 9 was in a similar condition. So anything's possible when you're grading cards. This is all I purchased. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.